You have talked about Kriya Yoga being a path for the tough people. Are there any women Kriya Yogis on the path?
Women?
Women Kriya Yogis on the path?
There have been, but very few, because Kriya Yoga demands a certain extreme sense of discipline and perseverance at certain stages of its sadhana. Generally, it's not that it's not possible, but generally, women did not choose Kriya Yoga because they don't like that kind of hardship. It is not necessary that Kriya Yoga should mean hardship, no. But biologically, a woman is slightly disadvantaged when it comes to Kriya Yoga. Not essentially so, but to a certain extent she is disadvantaged. But what I have seen and known is the general Kriya Yoga that was taught was mostly designed for a male because most of the practitioners were male. See, suppose all the people here who come to us are only 3 feet height. All the people who come to Isha Yoga center are only 3 feet height. What will we do? We'll build a door which is only 3.5 feet tall, because everybody can come in comfortably with that. Only tomorrow when a 6 foot tall person comes, a problem arises. Till then there is no problem. So generally, only men walk the path of Kriya Yoga because it involved a certain discipline and it involved a certain taking away from the normal situations of life, which was not possible at all in this culture for a woman, because by the time she was 8 or 9, she was married. By the time she was 15, she had a child. So the question of she going into such atmospheres which Kriya Yoga demands was not available. So traditionally, it got established like Kriya Yoga means it's for men only. Not because yoga is of that nature, because social conditions were of that nature. So all the practices that were designed and structured by various masters were all male-oriented because their disciples were male. Accordingly, they structured the processes. This does not mean no woman has walked Kriya Yoga path, no, many have, but they were a very small minority. So not too many practices were designed for them. But the systems that we have structured here are suitable for women also. They're doing well with their practices. So can a woman walk Kriya Yoga? Yes, she can. But if she wants to walk Kriya as a 100% path, she's slightly disadvantaged. She's come with a little handicap. So she needs little extra effort if she's willing to do that. But it's always best if one wants to progress, to mix all aspects of life, to create a proper combination of these 4 dimensions of jnana, karma, kriya and bhakti. And in a woman generally, the emotional dimension in her is more dominant than other dimensions. It's good to make use of that. Why give up an advantage and take up an handicapped position? It's better to make use of the advantages that she has. What I see is, if she has a little bit of bhakti in her, then her kriyas just get fired up so easily. If she has no bhakti in her, to move her energies with kriya becomes very difficult for a lot of women. So it's better to make use of that. A man would be more comfortable generally. This is not 100%. Generally, what you refer to as masculine is more comfortable with gnana and kriya and karma. A woman is more comfortable with bhakti and kriya as a combination rather than gnana and kriya as a combination. But that's not true with every woman or every man. It's… people, oscillate between the two. We are offering Kriya Yoga to women, we are not making any distinction. But if people raise to a certain pitch of practice, then I would also prescribe different types of practices for men and women. Because certain practices which have come traditionally are not suitable for women. It will not be conducive for their biology. To get into such practices, it will disturb the system. So accordingly, a practice can be structured. It is not that the masters of the past did not want to create practices for women. They did not because there were no women among them, that's all.